Hello students, in the previous class we studied the concept of amalgamation of companies, and as I mentioned there that in the next class I'll be taking some where the purchase consideration will be as per net asset. So now in this session I'm taking a sum where PC is as per net asset. This statement of PC is similar to what you all have done in TYBAF and TYBCOM. New points, as I mentioned, there will be statement of discharge and accounts. But before that, let's first read the sum. Let's do the PC and then gradually we will go ahead. Now see, even though this is the first sum open on YouTube, I'm doing everything in this. Everything matlab PC, discharge. There are two companies. This is amalgamation. So two companies closed down and the third one is formed. I'll be doing closing books of accounts of both the old companies and also the basic journal entries for the new company. So तुम लोग को ये सम बड़ा लगेगा, but it will cover very good concepts of the chapter amalgamation from old company point of view as well as new company point of view. Okay, chalo, let's first read the question and then we will slowly see how to go about it. Understand carefully. I'm going very slow and I will make the concept very clear. You all have the question in front of you. Let's see. Ansh Ltd and Dhruv Ltd proposed to amalgamate and form a new company, AD Ltd, on 1st April 24. Balance sheet of both the companies on 31st March 24 is given. Share capital equity shares of 10 each. Reserves and surpluses, general reserve P&L. Long-term borrowing में there is bank loan and there is creditors and current liability. Asset side पे total fixed assets, investments given, current assets में stock, debtors, cash man. The terms of amalgamation agreed were as under. All assets and liabilities were taken at book value except the following, which were to be taken over at revised values as follows. Fixed assets and investment ka they have given you revised value 10 lakh, 5 lakh, 750, 4 lakh. It was agreed by AD Ltd to consider goodwill at 250 for Ansh Ltd and Dhruv 1 lakh. It was decided by AD Ltd to discharge the entire purchase consideration by issue of equity shares of 10 each at par. You are required to close the books of Ansh Ltd and Dhruv Ltd and pass journal entries in the books of AD Ltd. Normally what I do when I start now, I take only old companies, but I'm taking new, so the concept will become more clearer. As I told you, thoda sum bada lagega, but don't worry, you will understand in this sum many things of the chapter. Now see, first step by step. Starting में देखो, Ansh is one company, Dhruv is another company. दोनों ने मिला के start किया AD Ltd. So Ansh out, Dhruv out, new company AD. First type, that is amalgamation. याद है ना, previous class I showed you three types of amalgamation. One, amalgamation itself, absorption and external reconstruction. So see, this is net asset. Now how you will come to know it is net asset? They have given you in the question assets ka values, liability ka value, and if you see the discharge ka part, see the third point. It was decided by AD Ltd to discharge the entire PC by issue of equity shares of 10 each at par. जो भी पीसी का वैल्यू है इसको डिस्चार्ज करना है इन द फॉर्म ऑफ इक्विटी शेयर्स, तो डिस्चार्ज के पहले आई शुड गेट द वैल्यू ना, सो दैट इज द रीजन दिस विल बी नेट एसेट. नेट पेमेंट में कॉन्सेप्ट अलग है, दैट वी विल सी इसके बाद वाला सम में, बट राइट नाउ डोंट गेट कंफ्यूज. ओके, सो दिस इज नेट एसेट. There are two old companies. So statement of purchase consideration, particulars, the first old company Ansh Ltd, second old company Dhruv Ltd, make this table of around 12 to 15, 15 line का करो. Make this table of around 15 lines. Okay, 15 line का table करो. Got it? You all can pause the video, draw this and then continue. Okay, now see. Amalgamation, let it be of firms or company. क्या होता है? The new company will take over assets and external liabilities of the old company. So let's start, as I gave you the hint, similar to amalgamation of firms of HY in this case. So give the heading first, assets taken over. Give the heading, assets taken over. Now see, as I told you, it is not necessary that the new company will take over all the assets. They may take few, they may not take few. But here everything has been taken. Asset side पे fixed assets, investment and 3 current assets. All are taken over. So all 5 will come here. All 5 will come here. In addition, goodwill is also there. But first we'll have to take those 5. And what I told you, if the question gives you the revised value, you will take the revised value. And if revised value is not given, then in that case, you will take the book value, that is balance sheet value. I'll repeat, if they give you revised value, you will take the revised value. And if revised value is not given, then in that case, you will take balance sheet value. Okay, chalo, let's take one by one. All assets are taken over. So first asset taken over, fixed assets. First asset taken over, fixed assets. अभी देखो बैलेंस शीट में दिया 8 and 4. See the adjustment number 1. Have they given you revised value? Yes. अगर adjustment number 1 का value नहीं दिया होता, we would have taken the balance sheet value. But here, since they have given you the revised value, so we will take the revised value. So 10 lakhs for Ansh and 5 lakhs for Dhruv. Okay, fixed assets 10 lakhs for Ansh and 5 lakhs for Dhruv. Investments, same thing. They have given us the revised value 750 and 4 lakh. Agar revised value nahi diya hota, you would have taken the book value. Okay, so investments, $750 for Ansh and 4 lakh for Dhruv. Again, I am repeating, if revised value were not given, we would have taken the value in the balance sheet. Okay, now see, adjustment number 1 says, except for fixed assets and investment, rest all at book value. Book value means balance sheet value. So now, stock, debtors and cash and bank will be balance sheet value because all assets are taken over. Okay, chalo. Let's copy paste stock, debtors and cash bank. Stock 3 lakhs for Ansh, 140 for Dhruv. दोनों के कॉलम में रिस्पेक्टिव फिगर्स. Then debtors 150 and 80. Cash and bank 250 and 70. Okay, I'll repeat, fixed assets, investment, revised value, stock, debtors, cash, bank at book value. Now see, they have given you in the second adjustment, there is goodwill. Goodwill nahi aata, so you would have taken the total of this. Now, see, sometimes what will happen now? Since amalgamation is taking place, you all have done in SYJC also. Goodwill is valued at the time of takeover or admission of partner or retirement or death. So यहाँ पे the new company is giving some extra amount towards the reputation created by these two companies in the past, that is goodwill. FYJC का basic. Goodwill is the reputation of business valued in terms of money. So see कितना goodwill है? goodwill 250 for Ansh. So they will give them goodwill के लिए extra amount. So that goodwill also for the new company will become an asset. They are paying them, but they are paying for their reputation, and now these two will be a part of the new company. So वो reputation का benefit new company को भी मिलेगा. So that is the reason it will be considered as a part of asset. So यहाँ पे PC में goodwill 250 for the first company and second company Ansh 1 lakh. Okay, 250 for Ansh and 1 lakh for Dhruv Ltd. Clear with this, guys? So I'll just get my calci. Sorry guys, I just misplaced my calci. 10 lakh plus 750 plus 3 lakh plus 150 plus 5 lakh. So the total assets taken over for Ansh Limited is 27 lakhs. Dhruv, 5 plus 4, 9, 140, 80, 70 and 1 lakh. So 12 lakh 90,000. 9 lakh plus 140 plus 80 plus 70. This is 12 lakh 90,000. So the valuation of assets, Ansh 27, Dhruv 1290. Now listen, if none of the liabilities were taken over, अगर कोई भी liability नहीं लिया होता, this would be PC. But this is assets. They have taken over liability also. So from this, what you will do? Less liabilities taken over. Less liabilities taken over. Now what I told you in the previous class, when they say liabilities, liabilities have to be only external liabilities. Liabilities have to be external liabilities, that is other than share capital and reserves. अभी देखो, come to the liability side. Share capital will not come. General reserve, P&L reserve will not come. So बचा क्या? Bank loan creditors. I'll repeat again. When you make this statement, when you take over liabilities, liabilities here will include only external, that is payable to outsiders. So bank loan and creditors, share capital and reserves nahi aega. So let's take both of them. Bank loan. Now see, if they give you revised value, you will take the revised value, otherwise book value. So कितना है बैंक लोन? दोनों कंपनी का 3 लाख. They have told you book value. So take 3 lakh, 3 lakh. And the next is creditors. So creditors 1 lakh and 90,000. Okay. So these are the two liabilities. B 4 lakh and 390. Getting it, guys? I'll repeat. Liabilities, they have mentioned book value. So you will take at the balance sheet value. Now, assets A, liabilities B. Therefore, the value of business, that is purchase consideration, will be A minus B. Your purchase consideration will be A minus B. 27 लाख में से 4 लाख को माइनस करो, 23 lakhs, 1290 में से 390 को माइनस करो, that is 9 lakhs. So 23 lakhs is the PC value for Ansh Ltd and 9 lakhs for Dhruv. That means what? इसका मतलब ये है, the new company AD Ltd, the new company AD Ltd is taking over the business of Ansh Ltd at 23 lakhs and of Dhruv Ltd for 9 lakhs. I'll repeat, this means the new company AD Ltd is taking over business of Ansh Ltd for 23 lakhs and Dhruv Ltd for 9 lakhs. This was the first part. As I told you, this PC ka value is very important. In the previous class I mentioned, because this is a common figure for the old company as well as the new company. Got it, guys? So first step, PC, we know the new company AD Ltd will acquire Ansh Ltd for 23 lakhs and Dhruv Ltd for 9 lakhs. Got it? Now, what I told you in the previous, those who have not yet listened the previous video, please go back and listen the previous video on understanding the concept of amalgamation. It is open on YouTube also. What I told you, for net assets, you will make the statement of PC along with that statement of discharge. Why discharge? Because AD Ltd Ansh Ltd को देगा 23 lakhs, AD Ltd Dhruv Ltd को देगा 9 lakhs, but कैसे देगा? That we have to see. Now what the question says, see that last adjustment. It was decided by AD Ltd to discharge the entire purchase consideration by issue of equity shares of 10 each at par. Now listen, two old companies. So दोनों old company को AD Ltd कुछ देगा. Two old companies, so दोनों company को AD Ltd कुछ देगा. क्या देंगे? Entire PC equity shares. Part of the PC has to be in equity shares, because या तो पूरा या तो part has to be in equity shares. You cannot form a limited company without issuing equity shares. So now what you will do, देखो ये मैंने बनाया ना, just make 3 lines. अगर इसके नीचे तुम्हारे on the first page if you have place 3-4 lines, 3-4 lines, और अगर place नहीं है, एक तो हो जाएगा, एक को वहां पे कर दो, और your choice whichever way you want to do. Heading will be statement of discharge of purchase consideration. याद रखना, this was statement of purchase consideration. This is statement of discharge of purchase consideration. Okay. Now see, because there are two old companies, you will make two. So heading statement of discharge of PC, A Ansh Ltd, your columns are for whom, how much, mode of payment. अब ये mode of payment को थोड़ा बड़ा रखना, बड़ा मतलब sorry broad रखना. Now see, I'll tell you, for whom में there can be only two things, equity shareholders or preference shareholder. So you make that much space where तुम्हारा word equity shareholder और preference shareholder fit हो जाए. How much में amount आएगा with brackets में calculation. So you can keep these two same size और इसको थोड़ा बड़ा रखना, and mode of payment को broad रखना, where you have to write, you know what you will write, whatever is the value, so and so shares of rupees that each fully paid, that is what you are supposed to write. So यहाँ पे थोड़ा description आएगा. So I'll repeat, 3 to 4 lines. Headings will be for whom, how much, mode of payment. ओके ये बना के रखो 3-3-4 लाइन. यू कैन पॉज द वीडियो एंड मेक द फॉर्मेट. ओके नाउ सी, as I told you, statement of discharge for any sum. The first column for whom there will be only two things, मतलब there will be only two parties, equity shareholder and preference shareholders. For whom में equity and preference छोड़ के और कुछ नहीं आएगा. Now see both the balance sheet of the question. See both the balance sheet of the question. Can you see any preference share capital? No. अगर ओल्ड कंपनी के बैलेंस शीट में प्रेफरेंस शेयर कैपिटल होता, देयर वुड बी समथिंग फॉर प्रेफरेंस शेयर होल्डर्स आल्सो. वो आगे जाके आएगा. बट राइट नाउ वी आर जस्ट स्टार्टिंग द चैप्टर, सो आई हैव नॉट केप्ट प्रेफरेंस शेयर कैपिटल. सो फॉर whom में you will get preference shareholders in this sum will not come, only equity shares. I'll repeat again. दोनों बैलेंस शीट में देयर इज नो प्रेफरेंस शेयर कैपिटल, सो फॉर होम में प्रेफरेंस शेयर होल्डर्स आएगा ही नहीं. बोथ द केसेस में इक्विटी शेयर होल्डर्स. सो लेट्स टेक वन बाय वन. अंश लिमिटेड, फॉर होम equity share holders. Equity share holders. Now see how much इक्विटी शेयर होल्डर्स को शेयर देना, लेकिन कितना. अंश लिमिटेड का वैल्यू डिसाइड किया ना 23 lakhs. सो हाउ मच में आएगा 23 lakhs. हाउ मच में आएगा 23 lakhs. एंड मोड ऑफ पेमेंट, हाउ यू आर गिविंग. अंडरस्टैंड, इट्स वेरी सिंपल. आई हैव टू गिव 23 lakhs. कैसे दे रहा हूं, सी द थर्ड एडजस्टमेंट. पूरा का पूरा इन द फॉर्म ऑफ इक्विटी शेयर्स ऑफ 10 ईच. एक शेयर 10 रुपए का है. एक शेयर 10 रुपए का है. आई एम गिविंग फुल 23 lakhs in the form of shares. The amount to be given is 23 lakhs. एक शेयर 10 रुपए का. 23 lakhs को 10 से डिवाइड करो. 23 lakhs को 10 से डिवाइड करो. 23 lakhs डिवाइड बाय 10, 230. सो मोड में यू विल राइट 2,30,000 equity shares of rupees 10 each fully paid, and the total itself will be 23 lakhs. See, sometimes you will get equity share and cash. वो next class में दिखेंगे. Right now I have kept the entire piece in the form of equity shares. And as I told you, यहाँ पे equity shareholder and preference shareholder only two people can come, और कोई थर्ड पार्टी आएगा नहीं. ये सम के बैलेंस शीट में प्रेफरेंस शेयर कैपिटल नहीं है, सो ओनली इक्विटी शेयर होल्डर्स. सो आई रिपीट, फॉर हुम में इक्विटी शेयर होल्डर. दिस इज अंश. अंश लिमिटेड को कितना देना है हमने डिसाइड कर दिया, 23 lakhs. 23 lakhs कैसे देना है, पूरा इन द फॉर्म ऑफ इक्विटी शेयर्स. So 23 lakhs divided by 10, 230. So 2,30,000 equity shares of rupees 10 each fully paid. So that gives you 23 lakhs. That gives you 23 lakhs. Clear with this? Now exactly same way for Dhruv Ltd. कितना है ध्रुव का पीसी, 9 lakh. Again the same thing, preference shares है ही नहीं. So again, for whom में equity shareholders amount 9 lakhs. दोनों के बैलेंस शीट में प्रेफरेंस शेयर कैपिटल नहीं है. दोनों के बैलेंस शीट में प्रेफरेंस शेयर कैपिटल नहीं है. सो बोथ में ओनली इक्विटी शेयर होल्डर्स. अगेन द सेम थिंग, दोनों कंपनी का डिस्चार्ज इज इन द फॉर्म ऑफ equity shares of 10 each. 9 lakh divided by 10 gives you 90,000. So यहाँ का mode of payment 90,000 equity shares of rupees 10 each fully paid, and the total also 9 lakhs. Okay, the total also 9 lakhs. All of you all clear with this? So the first thing what we did, we made statement of PC for both the companies Ansh Ltd, Dhruv Ltd, दोनों एक में ही आ गया. We got the value. Ansh Ltd का value 23 lakhs, Dhruv का value 9 lakhs. Discharge, अंश को 23 देना है, full equity shares of 10 each. So 23 lakh divided by 10, 2,30,000 equity shares of 10 each fully paid. This will be important from the new company point of view. And Dhruv में 9 lakhs, 9 lakh divided by 10, 90,000. So 90,000 equity shares of 10 each fully paid. So 23 lakhs Ansh Ltd and 9 lakhs Dhruv Ltd. Got it? 23 lakhs Ansh Ltd and 9 lakhs Dhruv Ltd. All of you are clear with this? So this was the first part. Now, if you all recollect, I had mentioned in the previous class recording that when it comes to accounting, they can ask you closing the books of old company and or opening the books of new company. Closing will be in the form of ledger or journal. But if they tell you journal, ledger तो बनाना ही है. And new company का no ledger but journal, उसके साथ balance sheet which may or may not come. That means new company का either only journal or balance sheet. Now what I have done in this sum, old company का I have just kept ledger accounts, दोनों company का no journal, and the new company का just journal. Okay, as I told you, थोड़ा lengthy होगा from the first sum point of view, but it will give you a basic concept, basic accounting concept clear होगा from the point of view of old company as well as new company. So first, we will close the books of both the old companies one by one. We will close the books of both the old company one by one. First, let's close Ansh Ltd. मेरे पास जगह नहीं है तो पहले मैं अंश को क्लोज कर रहा हूं, उसके बाद I'll pause the video and we will close the second company Dhruv Ltd. I'll just change the angle a bit. थोड़ा एंगल में चेंज कर रहा हूं, लिटिल बिट साइड पे ले लेता हूं. Okay guys, now listen very carefully. How you will decide which accounts to prepare. How you will decide which accounts to prepare. देखो, सबसे पहले हम लोग बंद कर रहे हैं अंश लिमिटेड. So give the heading in the books of Ansh Ltd. When you are closing the books of old company, 3 accounts will be standard. Realization, in fact 4. Realization, you all know we have done it in TYBAF also. After realization, TYBAF में हम लोग बनाते थे partners capital because that was amalgamation of partnership firm. This is amalgamation of company. Company में share partners capital नहीं होता, share capital होता है, and that belongs to the equity shareholders. So equity shareholders. Third, new company account. And fourth, जो तुमको discharge में मिलता है. देखो discharge में क्या है? Equity shares. So equity shares in the new company which is AD Ltd. ये 4 standard है. If they just tell you na prepare necessary accounts, these 4 are standard. उसके बाद depends upon the statement of discharge. अगर यहाँ पे there was something for preference shareholders, तो preference shareholders का account भी बनता. अगर यहाँ पे equity shares के साथ cash मिलता, so cash bank account भी बनता. You would have got preference shares of the new company AD Ltd. Then there would be preference shares in AD Ltd. वो सब आगे आएगा. Right now, realization, equity shareholders, new company, and as I told you, equity shares तो हमेशा रहेगा. So equity shares in AD Ltd. So you will make these 4 accounts. कितने lines का करोगे? I'll put it in brackets. Realization you all keep around 12 to 15 lines. So 15 line का करो. Equity shareholders keep around 6 lines. AD Ltd and equity shares in AD Ltd keep around 3 lines. Okay, I'll repeat. Realization around 15 lines, 12 लाइन भी हो जाएगा, बट सेफ साइड पे 15 लाइन करो. Equity shareholder 6 and the remaining 2 of 3 lines. Okay, let me once again check the angle of the camera. Yeah, I think it is fine. Okay, chalo. Now you all pause the video, format बना के रखो. I'll repeat. The first old company in the books of Ansh Ltd, realization account around 15 lines or 3/4 of the page. Equity shareholders 5 to 6 lines. AD Ltd the new company 3 lines. And discharge में shares मिल रहा है. Equity shares in AD Ltd 3 lines. Got it? Chalo guys. Understand this posting very carefully. Same way इसके बाद we will do closing of Dhruv Ltd. ये समझ में आ गया. Dhruv Ltd will automatically be very simple. Okay, चलो let's see. Now सबसे पहले the first step, you will post the balance sheet of Ansh Ltd. Question का existing balance sheet, उसका posting और transfer we have to do. After that we will see the PC का part. Let's start. So now see, question के balance sheet में 2 column है, Ansh and Dhruv, correct? So first you will close only Ansh Ltd. So we will see only Ansh और कुछ नहीं देखना है. Let's start. Only see Ansh. We'll start from the order, liability side. First क्या है? Share capital. Equity share. Share capital belongs to whom? Share capital belongs to equity shareholders. So equity share capital will be transferred to equity shareholders. कैसे करते थे हम लोग SY में? Partners capital account बनता था, we used to transfer there. यहाँ पे it is equity share capital, so ये transfer होगा equity shareholders को. So equity shareholders में you will get by equity share capital account, that is 10 lakhs. By equity share capital account, that is 10 lakhs. Next see, reserves. General reserve, P&L, 2 reserves. Amalgamation of firm में हम लोग distribute करते थे. यहाँ पे reserves belongs to the owner. Who is the owner? Equity shareholder. So general reserve as well as P&L will go to equity shareholders. So let's see one by one. Again I am repeating, Dhruv को मत देखो. Right now just see Ansh. So by general reserve account, Ansh का general reserve, that is 4 lakh. P&L by profit and loss account, that is 2 lakhs. I'll repeat. Share capital and reserves and surplus. Share capital and reserves and surplus both belongs to the owner. Both belongs to the owner, and therefore you will credit equity shareholders because ultimately the owners are equity shareholders. So share capital and reserves and surplus will be credited to equity shareholders. Got it? Understand this. I am repeating again. Equity shareholder ultimately are the owners of the company. So equity share capital and reserves and surplus उनका है, so उनको credit करो. Next, bank loan and creditors. Can I say it is an external liability? You all have done this in dissolution also. in SYJC. You all have done this last year in SY, not only in the chapter amalgamation, but also in the chapter conversion. So what you will do, this is an external liability. Come to the credit side of realization, right there, credit side pay heading, buy sundry liabilities. And which are the two liabilities? Creditors and bank loan. Put both of them in the first column. So bank loan 3 lakh and creditors 1 lakh. So 3 lakh plus 1 lakh, that is 4 lakhs. 3 lakhs plus 1 lakh, 4 lakh. Got it? And keep one thing in mind. When you do the posting of the balance sheet, all figures you will take it at book value. Whether here you have taken at revised value or no, बैलेंस शीट का पोस्टिंग यहां पे होगा at balance sheet value. I'm repeating again. When I made this PC, few assets I took it at revised value. But when I do the posting of balance sheet में only balance sheet items will come. Goodwill भी नहीं आएगा जो यहाँ पे extra दिया है. And when you post, you will post at the value given in the balance sheet. यहाँ पे whether it is at same value, higher value or lower value फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा. When I do the posting here, it has to be at the balance sheet value. Okay. So come to the asset side. First क्या है? Fixed assets. Realization में all realizable assets will come. What is realizable assets? Those assets against which I can get money. Those assets against which I can get money, they are realizable. So देखो, fixed assets, investment, both are realizable. Stock बेच के पैसा मिलेगा, debtors से पैसा मिलेगा, and cash bank, it is in the form of automatically, it's hard cash only. So all of them will go in debit side of realization. So come to the debit side of realization. Two sundry assets, underline. You will take the balance sheet value only of Ansh Ltd. सबसे पहले fixed assets 8 lakhs. वापस मैं रिपीट कर रहा हूं, यहां पे you have taken 10 lakhs, but when you post, you will post the balance sheet value only. Investments 5 lakhs. Stock 3 lakhs. Debtors 150 and cash and bank 250. Cash and bank 250. We have taken all the assets at the same value from the balance sheet. So total भी देखो करने का जरूरत नहीं, but even if you do 8 and 5, 13, 16, that is 20 lakhs. Okay. So realization में assets का total 20 lakhs. Assets का total 20 lakhs. Clear guys? Got it? So assets का total यहाँ पे आएगा 20 lakhs. This is the posting of the balance sheet. I'll repeat again. Share capital reserves belongs to the equity shareholder, transfer it to them. External liabilities, credit side of realization, add balance sheet value. All realizable assets on the debit side of realization at the book value. Now एक चीज ध्यान रखना, ये सब में नहीं है, यहाँ पे all assets are taken over. Sometimes they will tell you cash and bank is not taken over. So if cash and bank is not taken over, कैश बैंक यहां पे नहीं आएगा, सेपरेट कैश बैंक अकाउंट बनेगा. बट आई एम नॉट गेटिंग इनटू डिटेल इन दिस सम, कंफ्यूजन क्रिएट नहीं करना है, आगे के सम्स में वो पॉइंट आएगा. यहाँ पे ऑल एसेट्स आर टेकन ओवर, so all the realizable assets will come here at book value. Suppose there are fictitious asset on the asset side, उसका क्या इफेक्ट आएगा, that we will see in the video of the next class का video. I am not getting into that. Got it? So पूरे बैलेंस शीट का पोस्टिंग हो गया. Now guys see, sometimes they will tell you few assets are not taken over, few liabilities are not taken over. So जो assets नहीं लिया है उसको बेच सकते हो, जो liabilities नहीं लिया है उसको पे करना पड़ेगा. So there will be an additional entry, but that is also not there in this sum. Forget it. So now if you see, there are no specific adjustments related to assets liability taken over by the new company. So not taken over, so it won't affect. So I am not getting into that. There are no expenses also. Next class में I will see the expense का point also. So now the next step, we will record the PC. We are recording right now. We are closing the books of Ansh Limited. कितना है अंश का PC? 23 lakhs. So business of Ansh Limited. Business of Ansh Limited is taken over at 23 lakhs. So now we will record the PC. When you take over business, what you are taking? You will take over assets and liabilities. Assets यहाँ पे है, liabilities यहाँ पे. Other way around. This is old company. They are going to get the PC from the new company. उनके लिए income है. Keep in mind from objective point of view. Realization account is a nominal account. Expenses will be debited, income will be credited. So receipt of PC for them, it is an income, or you can interpret other way around. How you got the PC? Assets minus liability. Assets minus liability. So this PC I will record on the credit side of realization. Here 23 lakhs. Now see, we are the old company. We are the old company. This 23 lakhs we will get from whom? The new company AD Ltd. So this I will credit the new company by AD Ltd account. Brackets में if you want लिखना है तो लिखो PC. By AD Ltd, brackets में PC, that is 23 lakhs. न्यू कंपनी से मिलेगा इनकम और बिजनेस गोइंग आउट बाय एडी लिमिटेड. आई एम मेकिंग एडी लिमिटेड अकाउंट, सो इसका करस्पॉन्डिंग इफेक्ट एडी लिमिटेड के डेबिट साइड पे टू रियलाइजेशन अकाउंट 23 lakhs. एडी लिमिटेड के डेबिट साइड पे टू रियलाइजेशन 23 lakhs. I'll repeat. Because it's an income or business going out, I credit realization. It is to be recovered from AD Limited, the new company. So by AD Limited, brackets में PC, and इसका second effect, debit side of AD Limited to realization 23 lakhs. If the name of the new company is not given, you just write there by new company account and यहाँ पे new company. Got it? So first effect PC का credit realization and debit the new company. Now listen, यहाँ पे आ जाओ AD Limited. When I debit AD Limited by 23 lakhs, इसका मतलब ये है, we in this case we are Ansh Limited, we have to recover 23 lakhs from AD Limited. Guys, ये concept बराबर समझो. Understand this point very carefully. What I told you, we are Ansh Limited. We are going to get 23 lakhs from AD Limited. So this is recoverable. मुझे 23 lakhs लेना है. वो 23 lakhs कैसे मिलेगा? सी इसके डिस्चार्ज में आओ, सी द डिस्चार्ज ऑफ अंश लिमिटेड। 23 lakhs, मोड ऑफ पेमेंट क्या है? इक्विटी शेयर्स। Mode of payment is equity shares of AD Ltd. So this 23 lakhs, I am going to get it in the form of equity shares. Now listen, when it was receivable, I debited AD Ltd. Now I am getting it, so I will credit. And how you are getting it? You are getting it in the form of equity shares. So come to the credit side of AD Ltd. Buy equity shares in AD Ltd account, that is 23 lakhs. Buy equity shares in AD Ltd account, that is 23 lakhs. I am making equity shares, so इसका second effect कहाँ से आ रहा है? AD से. So to AD Ltd account, that is 23 lakhs. To AD Ltd account, that is 23 lakhs. Now see, after this, AD Ltd account will tally. Understand this posting very carefully. 23 lakhs will tally. क्यों tally? 23 lakhs was receivable, so I debited. Now 23 lakhs जो receivable था आ गया in the form of shares, so I received it. And I received it in the form of equity shares. So buy equity shares at AD, and यहाँ पे to AD Ltd 23 lakhs. So AD Ltd is closed. Got it? Clear? So this was this. Now listen. Understand this logic. Equity shares मुझे मिला. Understand why the word for whom is given. First of all, 23 lakhs. How much? Mode equity shares. Now I got it for whom? Understand. किसके लिए मिला? For whom देखो, equity shareholders. When I got it, I debited equity shares in new company. Debit किया. अभी ये मिला किसके लिए? I got it for whom? Equity shareholders. So this, when I got, I debited. Now I will give it to equity shareholders. So यहां से बाहर जाएगा. So because equity shares go out, I will credit. And who will get it? Equity shareholders. So buy equity shareholders account, that is 23 lakhs. Buy equity shareholders. इसका second effect, equity shareholder के debit में to equity shares in AD Ltd account, that is 23 lakhs. Getting it guys? Logic समझो. जब भी shares मिला, I debited equity shares in AD Ltd. I got it for whom? किसके लिए मिला? Equity shareholders. So give it to equity shareholders. So buy equity shareholders because it is going out and it is received by the equity shareholders. So I debit equity shareholders. And now after this, my equity shareholders will automatically tally 23 lakhs, 23 lakhs. So AD Ltd close, equity shares in AD close. Got it? बचा क्या? Realization. So now close realization. Realization में profit भी आ सकता है, loss भी आ सकता है. Debit side पे 20 lakhs, credit side 27. So can I say 27 lakh credit is more? So credit side 27. 27 minus 20, that is 7 lakhs, and this 7 lakhs here to equity shareholders. Why? Because whether it's a profit, whether it's a loss, profit or loss will be borne by the owner. प्रॉफिट मिलेगा, सॉरी प्रॉफिट अर्न होगा, ओनर्स को मिलेगा, लॉस इनकर होगा, ओनर में से एडजस्ट होगा. एंड हु आर द ओनर्स? इक्विटी शेयर होल्डर्स. ब्रैकेट्स में इफ यू वांट यू कैन राइट देयर रियलाइजेशन प्रॉफिट. अगर लॉस होता बाय इक्विटी शेयर होल्डर्स, रियलाइजेशन लॉस. सो 7 लाख का प्रॉफिट पार्टनरशिप फॉर्म में हम लोग डिस्ट्रीब्यूट करते थे, यहां पे इट विल गो टू इक्विटी शेयर होल्डर्स. डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन नहीं कर सकते बिकॉज लाखों इक्विटी शेयर होल्डर्स होते हैं. ओके, सो 7 लाख टू इक्विटी शेयर होल्डर्स come to the credit side of equity shareholders by realization account, that is 7 lakhs. And after this बचा क्या? Equity shareholders balance करो, this has to tally. 23 lakhs, 10 and 4, 16 and 2, 10 and 4, 14, 16 and 7, 23 lakhs, 913. So my equity shareholders tallies at 23 lakhs. हमेशा याद रखना, equity shareholders account has to tally. Got it guys? So I'll repeat. Post the entire balance sheet, share capital reserves will go to equity shareholders. Liabilities will come here on the credit of realization. Assets on the debit at the balance sheet value. After that, record the PC. I'm talking from this sum point of view. Buy new company, value of PC 23 lakhs. Buy AD Limited, AD के debit में to realization. Now, how you are going to get it? In the form of equity shares. So buy equity shares में two new company. AD Limited tally. This you have got for equity shareholders. Give it to them. Buy equity shareholders. Debit side of equity shareholders. Two equity shares. Equity share will also tally. Close realization. Get the profit loss. Transfer to equity shareholder and equity shareholder will tally. Pause करके rewind कर लो या whatever you are comfortable. I will do the same thing now for the second company Dhruv Ltd. So what I'll do, मैं ध्रुव का फॉर्मेट बना के रखता हूं. बैलेंस शीट का मैं पोस्टिंग करूंगा. आई डिस्कस विथ यू एंड अगेन द पीसी का पार्ट आई विल रिवाइज विथ यू ऑल फ्रॉम ध्रुव पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू. ओके, आई जस्ट पॉज द वीडियो. आई बी बैक वेयर आई विल मेक द फॉर्मेट फॉर सेकेंड कंपनी ध्रुव लिमिटेड. बैलेंस शीट का पोस्टिंग करके रखता हूं एंड देन वी विल प्रोसीड टुगेदर. ओके, आई जस्ट बी बैक गाइस. Okay guys, same way I have made the next format for the second company, that is Dhruv Ltd. As I told you, ये वीडियो थोड़ा बड़ा होगा, 1 hour 20 minutes या 1.5 hour तक जाएगा. बट डोंट वरी, तुम लोग ये रिकॉर्डेड देख रहे हो. यू कैन पॉज द वीडियो एंड ब्रेक्स में यू कैन रिवाइंड फॉरवर्ड वॉट एवर यू वांट टू डू. ओके, यू कैन वॉच इट इन 3 parts 4 parts, तुम्हारी मर्जी. नाउ सी, सेम 4 अकाउंट्स, बट जो हमने अंश के लिए किया, now we are doing it for Dhruv. Same 4 accounts. Okay, same size, same 4 accounts. मैंने बैलेंस शीट का पोस्टिंग ऑलरेडी कर दिया है. What I told you, equity share capital and reserve belongs to the equity shareholders. So I have credited equity share capital, general reserve, P&L the same way what we did for Ansh Dhruv. Okay, so equity share capital 4 lakhs, general reserve 150, P&L 50, all credit to equity shareholders. Bank loan, creditors, both realization credit side. So by sundry liabilities, bank loan, creditors 390, 390. All realizable assets are there in this sum. So all of them on the debit side of realization. Clear with this guys? Okay. Now nothing else is there. As I told you, what we will do next is PC. Okay, what we will do next is PC. Now see, अंश was taken over at 23 lakhs. ध्रुव कितने में? 9 lakhs. Let me revise again. जो लोग को अंश के केस में समझ नहीं आया, प्लीज बी केयरफुल हियर. बिजनेस इज गोइंग आउट और इट्स एन इनकम. ध्रुव लिमिटेड अपना बिजनेस बेच रहा है कितने में? 9 lakhs. So come to the credit side. 9 lakhs sold to whom? Who is taking over? AD Limited. So by AD Limited account, that is 9 lakhs. If you want brackets में PC, and we are making AD Limited. So AD के debit side पे it is coming from realization account. So to realization account, that is 9 lakhs. To realization account, 9 lakhs. Getting it? Now see, I have debited AD by 9 lakhs. That means we are Dhruv in this case now. हमें AD Limited से लेना है 9 lakhs. हमें AD Limited से लेना है 9 lakhs. वो कैसे आ रहा है? In the form of equity shares. So when it was receivable, I debited 9 lakhs to AD Limited. Now मुझे वो 9 lakhs मिलेगा. कैसे मिल रहा है? In the form of equity shares. So यहाँ पे buy equity shares in AD Limited account, that is 9 lakhs, and you are getting it in the form of equity shares. So equity shares के debit में to AD Limited account 9 lakhs. This AD Limited account now gets closed. What it shall repeat? It was receivable. So debited A Limited to realization 9 lakhs. You are getting it in the form of equity shares. So buy equity shares 9 lakhs and iska corresponding effect here. AD Limited account now gets tallied. Why? Receivable. So we debit AD Limited to realization, and now we have got it. So we credit, and we got it in the form of equity shares. So buy equity shares and equity shares में to AD Limited. Just a revision what we did few minutes back for Ansh Ltd. Now see, equity shares मिला 9 lakh. किसके लिए मिला? For whom? For equity shareholders. So for equity shareholders. So now when I got it, I debit it. Now I will give it to those people जिसके लिए मुझे मिला है. I got it for equity shareholders. So I will give it to them. So by equity shareholders account, that is 9 lakhs, and by equity shareholders, we are making equity shareholders account. It is coming in the form of equity shares. So 2 equity shares in AD Limited account 9 lakhs, and after this equity shares in AD Limited account will also tally. Equity shares in AD Limited account will also tally. Got it? Why tally? When I debited equity shares. I got it for the equity shareholders, so I'll give it to them and they will get it. AD Limited bun, equity shares in AD Limited bun, and now the next step, close realization account and get the profit loss. Again देखो credit side ज्यादा लग रहा है, 9 and 3, 1290 minus 9 lakh, that is 3 lakh. So 1290 minus 990, 3 lakhs. To equity shareholders account, brackets में realization profit, and this is the profit which will be credited or given to the equity shareholders. So by realization account, that is 3 lakh, and as I told you, after recording the profit loss, the next step is equity shareholder should tally 152, 6 and 9 lakhs. So equity shareholders account has tallied. Got it, guys? So this was just a revision of closing of Ansh Ltd. Clear with this? So I'll brush up again. 4 accounts, realization, equity shareholders, new company, and because you're getting fully equity shares, यहाँ पे equity shares in AD. अगर मोड में there was 1 or 2 more items, extra account और बनता था, that we will see at a later stage. Clear? And then do the posting, record the PC, discharge the PC, close realization, get the profit loss, transfer to equity shareholder and equity shareholder will tally. कंफ्यूजन है, वापस रिवाइंड करो, डिटेल में अंश का देख लो, automatically this is just a revision of that. Got it? Now guys, as I told you, in this sum I have kept accounting entries for the new company also. So now we will make journal of new company. Journal बहुत सिंपल है, पूरा जर्नल तुम्हारा पीसी में से आएगा because the PC is as per net asset. Okay, so again I'll just pause the video. I'll be ready with the journal. तुम लोग भी बना के रखो journal of the new company. So journal of AD Ltd पूरा पेज जाएगा and थोड़ा next page भी जाएगा. There will be 6 entries, 3 for Ansh, 3 for Dhruv. कैसे करना है we'll see in some time. मैं जर्नल बनाता हूं, तुम लोग भी फॉर्मेट बना के रखो. Okay, I'll just be back. Okay guys, we will take now accounting entries in the books of new company, and the new company here for us is AD Ltd. Now understand this, AD Ltd क्या कर रहा है? AD Ltd is taking over business of 2 companies. Sorry, AD Ltd is taking over business of 2 companies. One is Ansh Ltd and one is Dhruv Ltd. One is Ansh and one is Dhruv. Now what I'll do, there will be 3 entries. मुझे पता है 3 एंट्री है, तुम लोग को थोड़ी देर में समझ में आएगा. 3 for Ansh, 3 for Dhruv. Same 3 entries for Ansh and same 3 entries for Dhruv with revised figures. So what I'll do the 3 entries of Ansh Ltd in depth, and I'll again pause the video and continue with the same way how I did for account closing. Then I'll take the next 3 entries of Dhruv where I will record and keep to avoid wasting time in recording, and I will discuss with you. Okay, chalo, let's start. See the starting ka part. Again I'll repeat, now we are doing in the books of new company. New company में ledger accounts नहीं आएगा, only journal or only balance sheet or journal with balance sheet. यहाँ पे I've just kept journal. And याद रखना what I told you in the starting as well as in the previous class, PC is common for both new as well as old company. Business of both the companies taken over on 1st April 24. So the new company will record on the date on which the business is acquired, that is 1st April 24. New company will record on the day the business is acquired, that is 1st April 24. Let's start. First, as I told you, we will do 3 entries of Ansh Ltd. Ansh Ltd ka business is taken over at what value? 23 lakhs. My PC amount is 23 lakhs. New company is taking over the business, buying the business of Ansh Ltd. So the first entry may we will use the word business purchase. So understand this. So first we will debit business purchase account, and the business is purchased for 23 lakhs. So you will debit business purchase by 23 lakhs. You will debit business purchase by 23 lakhs. Now, किसका business purchase कर रहे हो? Ansh Ltd. Now, when amalgamation takes place, there's a person called as liquidator. BAF and BCom both, you all have a separate chapter, liquidation of companies. There we will see in detail. Okay. So अंश लिमिटेड का लिक्विडेटर अलग होगा, ध्रुव का अलग. So now AD Ltd, the new company, is buying the business of Ansh for 23 lakhs. So you will debit business purchase by 23 lakhs. And because they are buying now, they are supposed to pay to Ansh Limited, but they will not pay directly to Ansh. This will be payable to the liquidator of Ansh Limited. So to liquidator of Ansh Limited 23 lakhs. They will give this 23 lakh to liquidator. Liquidator बाद में अंश के शेयर होल्डर्स को डिस्ट्रीब्यूट करेगा. So I'll repeat the first entry. Business is being bought of Ansh Limited. So you debit business purchase and the amount will be payable to the liquidator of Ansh Limited. So we credit liquidator of Ansh. Okay, narration. Being business of Ansh Limited purchase. Being business of Ansh Limited purchase. Being business of Ansh Limited purchase. Sorry guys, थोड़ा mark leak हो गया. Being business of Ansh Limited purchase. Got it? Now guys, listen. When the business is purchased in what form? In the form of assets and liabilities. When I buy anybody's business, उसका asset and उसका liability मेरा हो जाएगा. That is what is happening. So now listen. All entries will be on the same day. Now this is PC, correct? Now question का बैलेंस शीट भूल जाओ, वो ओल्ड कंपनी के लिए था, ओल्ड कंपनी का अकाउंट्स खत्म हो गया. Now Ansh Limited, AD Limited is first taking over Ansh Limited का assets at these value and liability as this. So now listen, ये जो भी अंश के assets है अभी AD के हो जाएंगे. And remember I told you starting में, if it is revised value, you will take it at revised value. So whatever is the value now recorded in PC, because अगर बुक वैल्यू है तो यहाँ पे बुक वैल्यू है, दैट इज बैलेंस शीट वैल्यू, एंड अगर रिवाइज वैल्यू है तो यहाँ पे रिवाइज वैल्यू. सो नाउ ऑल दीज एसेट्स ऑफ अंश विल बिकम एसेट्स ऑफ एडी. सो एडी के लिए एसेट्स कमिंग इन, सो एडी विल डेबिट ऑल द एसेट्स एट द वैल्यू गिवन इन द पीसी, बिकॉज वो 23 लाख इसका ही दे रहा है. सो स्टेप बाय स्टेप नाउ व्हाट यू विल डू, 1 2 3 4 5 and even 6 goodwill. Whatever assets are taken over in the PC, they will debit those assets at the same value what is there in the PC. So let's take one by one. First, fixed assets account debit 10 lakh. Remember, when you transfer to realization, it will go at book value. But when the new company records, they will record at the value at which they are taking over. So fixed assets 10 lakhs. Investment account 750. Only Ansha right now. Stock account 3 lakh. Debtors account debit 1,50,000. Cash and bank, or you can say cash bank account debit 250, and you're taking goodwill. So goodwill account debit 2,50,000. Goodwill account debit 250. So all assets which are taken over as per the PC, we are debiting at the same value recorded in PC. Got it? Now these are assets. Assets coming in, so debit. Liabilities I am taking over, but it has to be now paid by me. liabilities have a credit balance, so I will credit. Now, which are the two liabilities? Bank loan and creditors. So now what I'll do, I will credit bank loan and creditors. Now, when I record entries in the books of new company, there will be situations, many times it will come where I have to leave a line, but ये सब में नहीं करना है. Let's not get into that. Next class में तुमको समझ में आएगा जो मैं बोल रहा हूँ. So now I credit the two liabilities, same liability जो यहाँ पे, okay? So two bank loan account, that is 3 lakhs, and two creditors account 90,000. Two creditors account 90,000. Two bank loan account 3 lakhs and two creditors account 90,000. Getting it? Now guys, journal, basic of FYJC. You can debit as many accounts you want, you can credit as many accounts you want, but the total of debit and credit has to be the same. The total of debit and credit has to be the same. So now listen, ये tally नहीं होगा, but what I told you, when you buy the business will be bought in the form of taking over of assets and liabilities. Business will be bought in the form of taking over of assets and liabilities. Business will be formed in the form of takeover of assets and liabilities. So now see, when I bought the business, I debited business purchase. Now I recorded the assets and liabilities, which is a part of business purchase. So I will credit business purchase account by the same value what I have debited, that is 23 lakhs. Now check करो तुम्हारी एंट्री टैली होगी. देखो कैसे, assets, liabilities, assets minus liability PC, that is 23 lakhs. Getting it? Check कर लो. So assets debited at revised value, liabilities credited at the revised value or the value of PC, and the difference is business purchase. So this is my second entry. After passing this, business purchase gets settled. Okay. Narration being assets and liabilities of Ansh Ltd recorded. Being assets and liabilities of Ansh Ltd recorded. Being assets and liabilities of Ansh Ltd recorded. Got it guys? Now मैंने तुम लोग को हिंट दिया था, यहाँ पे there are 3 entries और भी आएगा, but वो सब हम लोग आगे करेंगे, not here. Now listen, understand. Business purchase debit किया, credit किया, out. Why I have credited liquidator in the first entry? Why I have credited liquidator in the first entry? Because it is payable. Now I will pay. अभी देखो मेरे पास जगह नहीं था, मैंने रब आउट कर दिया. See your statement of discharge. How you are giving them? Mode of payment देखो, 2,30,000 equity shares of 10 each. So now the new company will pay the liquidator in the form of equity shares. Let's go step by step. First, it was payable, so I credit liquidator. Now I will settle, so now I will debit. So first thing is liquidator of the first old company, liquidator of Ansh Ltd debit 23 lakhs, and they are going to issue in the form of equity shares. Now see, new company share issue कर रहा है, old company को मिल रहा था, so we wrote equity shares in AD Ltd. Now we are doing journal of AD, they are going to issue equity shares, so for them it is a part of equity share capital because they are issuing. So two equity share capital account, that is 23 lakhs. Two equity share capital account, that is 23 lakhs. Getting it? So liquidator gets cancelled. Now see, if suppose it was 10 rupee ka share at 12, so 2 rupees would have gone to security premium. That we will see in the next class. But यहाँ पे it is at par. You all have done in SYJC also. Par means the same value. Got it? Narration being liquidator of Ansh Ltd account settled. Being liquidator of Ansh Ltd account settled. Being liquidator of Ansh Ltd account settled. Got it? So I'll repeat. First, business purchase to liquidator, because business is coming in, you are buying, so you will debit business purchase. Amount will be payable to the liquidator because the old company will appoint a liquidator. Then debit all the value, all the assets at the value of PC, credit the liabilities, difference will be business purchase, and then settle liquidator account by discharge. Discharge is only in the form of equity share, so I credit equity share capital. Suppose there was preference share, I would have credited preference share capital. There was cash, so I would have credited cash back also. But यहाँ पे discharge is in the form of equity share. I have kept it very basic. Got it guys? अभी देखो, ये तीन entries pass की अंश limited at these value. Now we will do the same three entries for Dhruv Ltd exactly same way. I am not wasting time in recording. मैं वीडियो पॉज कर रहा हूँ. I'll do the entries and I will again discuss with you. Okay? I'll just be back. Okay guys, I've recorded the three entries. Let's discuss exactly same. First three entries were for Ansh. Now the next three entry for Dhruv. Dhruv का assets, okay, and liabilities minus करने के बाद value of PC 9 lakhs. So the first entry, same date, business purchase debit to business purchase debit 9 lakhs. यहाँ पे it was liquidator of Ansh, यहाँ पे liquidator of Dhruv, being business of Dhruv Ltd purchase. Second entry may we took assets and liabilities of Ansh. Now we take Dhruv. Everything will come from the PC. Fixed assets debit 5 lakhs, investment debit 4 lakh, stock debit 140, debtors debit 80, cash bank debit 70, goodwill debit 1 lakh, 2 bank loan, 2 creditors, and the difference, as I told you, business purchase you will credit. Why credit? Because you're buying the business and the business will be bought in the form of takeover of assets and liabilities. So here I debited business purchase. यहाँ पे I have recorded assets and liabilities, so the difference will go to business purchase. So after this business purchase gets tallied. And the last thing, I have credited liquidator by 9 lakhs. In this sum, discharge is fully in the form of equity shares. So I will debit liquidator. So liquidator gets cancelled. And because I am issuing equity shares to equity share capital account, 9 lakh being liquidator of Dhruv Ltd account settled. And I have taken the total of the journal 1 crore 3 lakh 80,000. So guys, it was a long session, but again I'll repeat, you all can watch it in parts. Of course, there is no need to tell तुम लोग वैसे ही करने वाले हो. But I tried to cover all the basics of old company as well as new company. Hope this is clear. Again repeat कर रहा हूँ, ये वीडियो YouTube पे ओपन है, जितनी बार देखना है उतनी बार देखो, नहीं समझ में आया 10 बार देखो. उसके बाद भी अगर समझ में नहीं आता है, feel free to connect with me. My number is given there in the bio and also in the description box. So that's it. अभी इसको मैं ज़्यादा stretch नहीं कर रहा हूँ. I wind up here. So this was as per net asset. Next recording again I'll keep open on YouTube, which will be on net payment method of PC, where ये नहीं बनेगा. As I mentioned in the previous class, net payment में the PC and discharge both will be in the same statement. That we will see in the next class. This was amalgamation. Next सब मैंने रखा है absorption. तो उसमें खाली एक ही कंपनी आएगी, एक ही old कंपनी आएगी. That we will see in the next class. So guys, please revise this carefully before we meet in the next class. That's it. I wind up here. Take care guys.